Hey y'all. So I'm just here hanging out in my bed, feeling nice and happy. One of my favorite places in the whole wide world. Um, but I have been, or I had previously talked about doing a video about spiritual baths and talking about those because I get a lot of questions from people, and I always see people talking about spiritual baths. And I think people either don't know how to do them really, either they don't know how to do them, or they don't understand. That's a good way to put it. They don't understand like what they're really about and how important they are, and what they can really do for you. So here goes. I'm going to try to remember everything from top to bottom. And this is just the basics. So, spiritual baths are very, very important. For me personally, they are vital to keeping me balanced, keeping excess energy away, keeping myself clean emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Um, it's to me, and this is my opinion, it's like a form of grounding when you do a spiritual bath. For me, it is. I do them weekly. I have to. Spiritual baths can cleanse, they can protect, they can draw things to you, and they can take things from you, things you need to get rid of. They can do all of that. Um, let's see. So you can do a spiritual bath for anything from protection to if you need money, if you need love, if you need to get like the hex off of you. Um, what else? If you need to open your roads or open, you know, your life up to new opportunities. If you feel like you're blocked, they can help unblock things for you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It's just so many things they can do. Spiritual baths are one of the simplest, easiest, and cheapest things you can do to draw what you need into your life, or to make changes in your life, or changes to yourself spiritually or emotionally. It's one of the quickest, easiest, cheapest ways you can do it. You can get fancy with the spiritual bath and add all kinds of stuff, or they are ones that are so simple it's only two or three ingredients. It's kind of up to you. It kind of depends on what you're doing and what you have to work with um, during that time. What's the next thing? So, I guess one of the most basic spiritual baths we can start with is like, I guess, like a road opener or something to like kind of unblock your path. Simple, simple, simple. You run, your bath, a full tub of water. You're going to take a cup of coffee. You can take instant coffee. You can make the instant coffee, or you can just take the instant coffee grounds and dump it into the bathtub because it's going to dissolve anyway. You can do a cap full, meaning a small amount, cap full of ammonia, um, and put that into the bath as well. You can pray the 23rd Psalm, pray to your ancestors. If you have some other type of spiritual practice and there is a prayer for road opening or clearing the path, opening the way, you can pray that, you know, ask your ancestors to clear your path for you. I also like to light a white candle when I do a spiritual bath, and I'll burn an incense as well. And that right there by itself is a spiritual bath. Open your roads. Now, let me say this. Let me go back a little. So when you get into your tub and you're doing your spiritual bath, you aren't bathing to clean yourself. Like literally, you're not bathing to like clean yourself from being at work all day. This is a spiritual, mental, and emotional experience. So you want to already take a shower to get clean, literally. Then you run your bath and sit in your bath water. So when I say you're putting coffee and a tiny capful of ammonia into your bath, you're not washing yourself with that. So don't think, oh my God, I'm not going to wash my private areas or anything like that with this water. That's not what you're doing with this bath water. You're sitting in it. You're letting your whole body be submerged in the water. So you're not taking a wash rag or anything like that and using that to literally wash yourself in this bath. You're not doing that. You're submerging yourself in the water from head to toe. You want to completely dip into the water at least once. So ladies, take your weave out, take your wig off, whatever. Because you want to completely, especially if you haven't really been doing spiritual bath, you want to completely submerge yourself from head to toe. And of course, your hair, because of course, your hair carries a lot of energy. So, back to that. So, that's a simple road opening bath you can do. Now, when I do a spiritual bath, the way I was taught is you want, most of the time when you're doing them, you do kind of want to be a little repetitious, if that's the right word. So when I do um, the bath, when I get into the tub, the same way I get in the tub is the same way I get out of the tub. So you're going to run your water. You're going to put everything in your water for whatever bath you're doing. I light a candle on one end of the tub. I put an incense on the other end of the tub. Okay. If I get in with my right foot, I get out with my right foot as well. Okay. I especially do that if I'm like trying to get some bad energy off me, or if I feel like I've been somewhere where people could be talking about me or trying to like give me the evil eye, or if you're trying to get a hex off. I especially do that because I want to make sure I leave all of that negative stuff in that tub. After I get out the same way I got in, I take a Ziploc bag and I put a little bit of that bath water in the Ziploc bag, because the next day I take it and I dump it at a crossroads. Um, and the last thing I do after I've gotten out of the tub is I then let the water out. Do not let the water drain out while you are still in the tub. Don't do that. Um, that's just what I do. Um, and that's, for the most part, basically it. So I'm going to shower first to cleanse myself. Then I'm going to run my bath. Then I'm going to add my ingredients. I'm going to get out the same way I got in. I'm going to save a little bit of the bath water to the side to drop at the crossroads. And then I let the water out after I've gotten out of the tub. Why do I do that? Honestly, that's just the way I was taught. And I was taught by really good teachers who I know they know what they're doing. So I follow what they taught me. Like, why would I not listen to people who know what they're doing? So that's why I do it. And it works. Um, working off of assumption, I would think that you probably do that because you don't, energy wise, you don't, you want the bad stuff to go down the drain, but energy wise, you don't want your spirit to go down the drain either, because it's taking everything with it. So you get out first and then drain the tub. That's my assumption. But as I said, I do what I was taught because I know I was taught by good people who know what they're doing. So, what else? So that's the basic way that you want to do any spiritual bath. Now you can do a spiritual bath for love. Um, you can put, if you've picked up a love oil from somewhere, you know how you can go to a botanica or spiritual store and they have, the little love oils. You can throw a little love oil in the tub, maybe do a few love herbs, sprinkle a little rose water in, something like that. But you can make up all kinds of spiritual baths. They have books on spiritual baths. But the biggest thing is that don't neglect or do not think that a spiritual bath doesn't have power. People get so caught up into wanting to do ritual work that they don't understand that a spiritual bath is a ritual too. Like, it very much is. And that is just as good as you doing a candle spell or some type of root work or hoodoo. I mean, that's where spiritual baths come from. But don't neglect the spiritual bath. People jump on the bandwagons, like everybody's on the bandwagon of doing jars, honey jars, ammonia jars, and everybody wants to do a candle spell. Then everybody, read the wax. Why are you doing the spell and you can't even read your own wax of what comes out of it? But I guess that's a different subject. Trust me when I say spiritual baths work very, very well. They are very much a necessity and they are easy. They're very easy. And all you need is a few little supplies, and mostly you need your faith, and you need to understand the power of your prayer. Your faith, and your prayer is going to get you through whatever you got going on. If you can never pick up a candle, a jar, or anything else, but let your faith and your prayer get you where you need to go. People sometimes focus so much on trying to create these things in this world that they want to have, in this life that they want to live, and you can't create anything. You're We don't create anything. We didn't create this world. We don't create energy. As humans, we don't create trees outside, grass, any of that. What we do is we draw to us, we bring to us, we put circumstances and energy in place to bring us the things that we desire and that we want. And I think maybe if people can understand that, I've had to understand that better. It just is what it is. But I think that's it on just basics of a spiritual bath. Please, 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 please don't forget about spiritual baths. They're great. And I think that's it. So if I think of something else, I'll come back. Y'all have a happy Sunday and a good holiday weekend. Be safe. Don't drink too much. Don't eat too much. And enjoy yourselves.